mysterious and magnetic. So, cultivate it. Hello, my little fish. Welcome back to Calypso's Cove, where the magic is our message. It is your mistress of magic, BlkAfroditee, here again to sage and clear you. Please put yourself to the screen and clear all energy around you. Take deep breaths, clear your mind, come into your body, and surrender to the power of the dark goddess. Yes, okay, we are still working with the energy of the divine dark feminine, and we are still doing our shadow work in multiple ways. So, for today's reading, we are going to be tapping into your mystery, your mystique, your magneticism. There is so much taboo, resistance, just negativity around women and their sexuality and our empowerment as beautiful magnetic beings. It's still seen as taboo. It's still seen as something that doesn't need to be seen, even with the artists that we have right now and the music that's out when it comes to female hip hop, female rap, singers. It's just like, even though we see it, there are so many women in society who still feel so much shame for that aspect of self. So with this reading, we are going to be tapping into your mysteriousness. We're going to be tapping into that aspect of the dark feminine and seeing what messages of healing and liberation she has for you. Thank you to everybody who is here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Make sure you check out Calypso's by Aphrodite. That's the Etsy shop. Link in the description box below, as well as follow us on all of our socials. The links are down in the description box for those as well. And without further ado, let us connect to the dark feminine and see what messages she has revolving your mystery and your magneticism, and how to use it to your advantage. Bye. Hello, beautiful souls. So I have created my own cards, and I'll probably be using them more. We'll divinate and pick divination through multiple means. So today we're going to use cards that I created and I wrote like little invocations for. So we have 3 piles this time. Bless. Pile number 1 is Venus calling. Can you guys see that? Venus calling. I'm sorry, I've always written in cursive ever since I was in 3rd grade. Okay. Here is your invocation. Venus is ushering you into your connection to your inner feminine. There are new ways to claim and connect to your desires. It is time to cultivate a new relationship to pleasure, and there will be transformation with finances and possessions. So for those of you drawn to this energy, Venus calling, there's a message here for you. And I just saw 111. Okay, so for pile number 2, we have Black Moon. Okay, your invocation. A powerful expression of the dark goddess energy. You are now ready to increase your connection to your intuition, your spiritual growth, and your self-awareness. You can now connect to your higher power and gain clarity. So for those of you drawn to this energy, the Black Moon has a message for you. Pile number 2. And last but certainly not least, we have the Sorceress. Yes. And your invocation. a force of truth, transformation, and magic, unifying with all the four elements, deeply introspective and connected to mystery. She knows how to integrate all parts of herself. Okay, so for those of you who feel connected to this energy, pile number 3, the Sorceress. As we always do at this time, please take a moment to connect to whatever pile speaks or resonates with you, and then meet me at your selection. Hello, pile number 1. Instantly, I'm getting right into channeling for you. So, your mystery really involves something to do with your finances. So, in order to cultivate your mystery, the inner aspects that I'm channeling right now are for you to no longer carry fear in how you want to transform your life. So, for some of you, you enhancing your mystery would be to not be so available to certain things, especially when it comes to your work. So it might be time for a shift in careers where you are more connected to the divine feminine aspects of who you are, more connected to aspects of yourself that really intensify and magnify who you are energetically, spiritually, morally. And these are really big things for you because with possessions and finances, and I'm going to read this again because I wrote it, but it's like I just want to look at it. There are new ways to claim and connect to your desires, a new relationship to pleasure. And it seems that your work, whatever it is you do for work, is very stifling. Pile number 1, you can't fully express this sexy magnetism that you have within you because of whatever it is you do professionally. There's really this need deep inside, right, for you to actually connect to who you are and make it so your whole life revolves around it. Okay, so let's get some further messages on how to connect to your mystery, how to amplify your magnetism, and how to use it to your advantage. So first we have a goddess here. Of course we have a goddess here. She's going to give us our first message. Ooh, so we have Pele, light your fire. Absolutely, pile number 1. There is a deep urge, right? Venus is literally calling you, pile number 1. So if you're connected to this, it is time for you to ignite those principles within yourself. Number 1, check what house Venus is in your birth chart. You probably already know if you're connected to this channel. So check to see where Venus lies in your birth chart. Whatever house Venus is in, she is ready to be amplified. Okay, so whatever it is that you're connected to, your pleasure and your desire is intricately connected mentally, right? Because being astrological or connecting to the astrological is like connecting to the psyche. So there's a part of your psyche that really wants to burst out. It really wants to be ignited. Some of you who have this placement could also have fire sign Venuses, where Venus at this point in your life is dying to express herself. What this has to do with your mystery, again, is Venus is very coquettish. She is very flirtatious, not really overgiving energy, but always receiving. And there's an aspect of you that really needs to tap into that right now because, again, too many people have access to your energy. Pile number 1. That's just first and foremost. You don't need to be working so hard. You don't need to be giving so much. But what does need to happen here with all this molten fire even her dress is black. There's like this amplification that needs to be created to your Venus. I don't know how many ways to say that. I hope I'm not being too redundant, but just lifting yourself up, lifting yourself out, you know, really cultivating that side of yourself is very important right now. And for me, I'm channeling that it resonates on a frequency where people will not understand you. Therefore, you will seem mysterious. You feel me? Okay. If they don't understand, it's a mystery, right? If they don't understand, it's a mystery. I just had to repeat that again. So now, of course, I have an element and a chakra that is going to help you and some messages that are here for you. So first we have the element of fire with sacred assertion. You also have master number 22 here. So you have light your fire, you have the element of fire, and you have assert yourself. Your Venus, your inner goddess, is speaking very, very loudly that it's time for you to come out of the shadows. Whatever you've been doing, it's almost as if you've been hiding. Pile number one, you've been hiding from your desires. You've been hiding for what you want for pleasure. You've been hiding from really what you want to do from work and how you want to present yourself. It's time to stop pretending to be like this. I was going to say almost like a wounded, shy bird, and really coming into the fact that you are this powerful force, you know, like you're fire. And I feel like that, you know, that's what's sexy. That's what's mysterious and magnetic, because that fire pulls people in, you know. Don't repel energy by being afraid to be yourself. So we have activation, energizing, and vitality. So a way to increase your magnetism, because for you it seems like it's more about magnetism, is to really amplify your energy. Get into this space of delicious vitality, laugh, eat, seduce with your eyes, play with your hair, you know, stare at people right in the eye. Kind of be too much. Be the drama. Okay? You're the drama. Be the drama. And then this says the invocation, more invocations. My inner fire is vibrant and alive. And it's like, to me, I'm feeling it right here in my solar plexus, you know, in my womb. So it's like your inner fire really wants to go there with you. You are so bubbling and so just, you know, it's star power. You know, you have like that famous kind of energy if you allow yourself to tap into it. That's what your body is craving. That's what your soul is craving, okay? Lots of fire. So next, for the chakra that's here to assist you, you are waking up that womb, okay? We are diving into the the sacral chakra. So that's what I was talking about, like feeling it deep in my womb space, you know, taking that energy from the heavens. That's the job of the divine feminine. We bring heaven onto earth by being the vessel for it. And your body is asking you to do this. Be fluid, you know, and you have 13 here. So you have master number 22 and then number 13, which is associated with the goddess. Okay. So inner refreshment, emotional ease, and nourishment. Gentle waves of ease flow through my mind and body. Okay, so there's this aspect of you that really needs to allow. All right, that's what I'm taking from the fluid. Your womb, you know, your inner goddess, which is your womb, is asking for you to just allow the energy to flow. Stop halting energy, pile number one. You are going against yourself, your own magnetism, and again, your own wealth, right? Your own happiness, your own pleasure, when you do not allow fluidity into your life. And that's simply allowing yourself to be your most magnetic, fiery, passionate self. Even if you have to like yell, fuss, you know, make a scene. Again, like those are all things that you are entitled to. You deserve to speak your mind. You deserve to laugh loud. You deserve to, even if it's something that seems like a vice, you know, tap that blunt, drink a little drink, dance sexy with your friends out, just making more time for yourself to really express that side of yourself, okay? This is the dark feminine wanting to come out of you. Again, Pele is in these dark robes, right? You know, she's anointed in that. She's anointed in her inner fire, right? Which comes from that deep well, that deep inner place. And, you know, it's time for you to really connect to that, which again reminds me of the womb space. A lot of womb work for you. Pile number one. So let's get into these oracle cards here. First, we have the Oracle of the Mermaids, which says, farewell to the moon. Appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. You know, again, this makes me think of you connecting to the different aspects of yourself, as well as connecting to your body. When I think of the moon phases, I think of the 28-day cycles that we go through as women. So again, there's some connection here to your womb. There's some connection to your, maybe your fertility. You know, your fertility might have been a little, you might have been, you know, experiencing some things when it comes to period regulation, hormonal regulation, your cycle. This could be for some of you. So you tapping into your inner fire and allowing fluidity in your life will probably really help your lymphatic system, as well as really getting connected to your inner feminine. I take this as well, with connecting to the cycles of the moon, connecting to the rhythms of your body, and honestly connecting to your desires of the day. Sometimes you're not going to feel like being so magnetic, right? Being so whatever. So when you're up, and when you're down, you're down. 11:11. That is, you know, you guys have a deep awakening, because I believe when I was, you know, pulling out your cards, 111 pulled up as well. So there's an activation that's coming here, and it really will change your life. It really will change your finances. Pile number one. It's going to change them, you know, and I'm happy for you, genuinely, because this is like your golden ticket, coming into your body and allowing yourself to accept yourself for who you are and stop holding everything and just let it flow, even your emotions. You know, I really feel that, let them flow, you know, let it go. Okay, I'll put this here. All right, so we have number 21, Clover, release your guilt, more fire. So you have a lot of guilt around this aspect of yourself that really wants to come out, right? Clover, read the benefits, the health benefits, you know, the spiritual benefits of the herb clover. There's medicine there for you. That could help in multiple ways, like red clover, for example. That's a great herb for helping regulate your hormones and help promote fertility. So there you go. That's a message for you. I'm actually using this herb right now. So yeah, releasing the guilt of being sexy, of being powerful, of being magnetic, right? So now we have these last three tarot cards just to complete the message, and, you know, just give us anything else to help you with your, specifically for you, your magnetism. So we have the Queen of Cups here. What did I just say, pal number one? It's time for you to connect to those emotions as well. Really tapping into your emotional space. Again, more sacral chakra work, connecting to your inner sight as well, connecting to your sensitivity, which would help you connect to your desires. Big messages here. Big messages. We have Four of Wands in reverse. So to me, this means this is the time to be selfish. Pile number one, this is the time not to be worried about being the perfect wife, being the perfect mother, the perfect neighbor, the perfect employee or co-worker, the perfect friend or daughter. This is the time for you to actually focus inward, focus on yourself, because if you're not good, then nobody else around you can benefit from you. Nobody else around you can really enjoy you if you're not focused in on yourself. Okay? This is your cue to be selfish. And then last but certainly not least, we have the High Priestess. And honestly, I feel like this is you coming into your power, your feminine power, expressing yourself, acknowledging yourself, allowing yourself to have space, allowing your thoughts to have space, your insights, your intuition, your feelings, your emotions, your connections. You're a very sensitive being, power number one, and I mean that energetically. So give yourself the right, give yourself the space, give yourself the time to be you, you know? The High Priestess seems like a very introspective energy where she takes the time to do those things. So make sure you're doing that for you. Okay? So, this will conclude your reading as to how to connect to your mystery and your magneticism. I really hope that this resonated for you, pile number one. Please let me know with a big thumbs up and even more so with a comment. I love you guys' comments, so please, please comment, comment, comment. Ancestors, spirits, and spirit guides of those drawn to pile number one. Thank you so much for connecting with me and sharing your energy with me. Namaste. And until we meet again, beloveds. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number two. This is for those of you who were drawn to the energy of black moon. Okay? A powerful expression of dark goddess energy. You are now ready to increase your connection to your intuition, spiritual growth, and self-awareness. You can now connect with your higher power and gain clarity. Firstly, being connected to the black moon absolutely to me means that you are ready to surrender to your inner dark goddess. What is that inner dark goddess? Well, that is the part of you that is available to understand, to receive, to shed, to transform, right? So in pile number one, it was all about the cultivation of magnetism rather than mystery. But for you, it's really the cultivation of mystery. I believe for you, pile number two, you are really ready to tap into what is considered the feminine mysteries, really tapping into your third eye, tapping into your womb, receiving and gaining insights from your higher self, from your spirit guides, right? And that is the mystery that is calling out to you, not just being mysterious and magnetic in the world, but actually internally. And I think that's so powerful, pile number two, because a lot of the time we're always so externally centered rather than being internally centered, which is what the goddess energy is really all about. Now, what is a black moon, first of all? A black moon is like the antithesis of a blue moon, meaning the opposite. Okay, so a blue moon is a rare occurrence, like a full moon that happens twice a month. A black moon is a new moon that happens twice in a month. Okay, so this means to me that you are doubly charged for an upgrade, a new beginning, and that's what your inner mystery is begging for. You're begging for a new beginning, as well as black moons are very associated with eclipse season. So some of you guys might be going through some major transformation spiritually during this eclipse season. Like this eclipse season coming up during Scorpio season might be a huge deal for you, pile number two. So really be aware of how you're feeling in these next coming weeks, because you are about to have a huge spiritual shift. I believe that your inner dark moon, your inner dark energy, that dark half of ourselves, we all have both. We have our inner light and our inner shadow. Your inner shadow is definitely ready to integrate with you and to transform you. And you're going to be so much more powerful than you ever have before. Pile number 2. As well as there's like this is the mystery, right? The mystery wants you. That's so powerful. The mystery wants you as a vessel to be the embodiment of it, of knowing, of connection, of synchronicity, okay? And this is nothing to be afraid of. This is something to embrace, because a lot of us don't embrace this aspect of self. We talk about it, we might write about it and idealize it, but we don't really physically do it. We don't really come into our body and really ignite and acknowledge ourselves. And that is what is being asked of you. Pile number 2. So let's get some further messages here from the cards and really see what's up, okay? So of course, first we have a goddess, because we have to have a goddess to head the energy of what's going on. Wow, you guys got Lilith, face your shadow. Okay? Okay, don't come for the mistress, because the mistress always knows, all right? The fact that you got Lilith and it literally says face your shadow, and I was just telling you that your shadow is really ready to integrate with you. All right, there's so much here for you. Like, you really are kind of like a daughter of Lilith. That's what I want to say. Like, you are the embodiment of her energy, rebellion, pure, raw emotion, sexuality, feminine power, real knowledge, you know. Biblically, they kind of like distorted Lilith's image because she did not want to submit to the patriarchy. So that's like another thing with your mystery. Pile number 2, you are not submitting to anybody. You're not giving up any part of yourself. In fact, you're ready to face yourself. You're ready to face everything that everybody is so afraid of. And I know when I'm speaking sometimes it's like maybe overwhelming, maybe not all the way understood, and it can seem scary. But the thing is, when you deal with your shadow, which is the aspects that people try to control you with, you gain so much freedom when those aspects of you are your ally and not something that you're running away from. That is what your inner mystery is saying to you right now. Pile number 2. So, of course, because I'm a woman who works with the elements, I'm an elemental. We have a chakra card and an element card here for you today to assist you in amplifying your mystery and your magnetism. So first we have straight up the sacral chakra. So there's like a lot of work that has to be done as a collective who are drawn to my videos with really amplifying, connecting, vibrating higher in our womb. As women, even as just regular divine feminine beings, if you resonate with being divine feminine, it is so important that we connect to the sacral chakra. That is our seat of power as women, as divine feminines. That is our throne. Okay, it's the inner dwelling place. It's going to help you with reproducing. And reproducing doesn't have to mean babies. It means growing. It means expanding. All right, expanding beyond what the eye can see. Okay, we got to go beyond the regular sight and go into that psychic sense, right? Like your calling, that spiritual development, connecting with that higher self. And as a woman, that has to be physical. That has to come from within. It can't just be a thought. It has to be a physical embodiment in action. And that's what the sacral chakra is here to help you achieve. Pile number 2. So this is connected to water, and you will be more fluid, more receptive, more creative, and more ignited in your pleasure, which is a really big deal for all of us right now. Not being afraid to be ignited in what gives us pleasure and what gives us joy and happiness, and really going for it, right? So for your element, you have earth. So earth and water. You also had serpents on the Lilith card. So there is major, major, major feminine energy here to support you, to guide you, to help you be stable. This is card number 7 with stability. So you also had card number 2. 2 and 7 are two numbers really connected to the divine feminine. Those are the numbers that are like connected to Cancer. For example, the zodiac sign Cancer. Number 2 meaning duality and 7 meaning feminine wisdom. Okay, so this assists in releasing, calming, and grounding. I release and trust as I send my roots deep into the earth. Okay, so not only should you work on your solar plexus, excuse me, I keep saying that. Not only should you work on your sacral chakra, maybe you need to work on your solar plexus as well, but you also need to ground this energy in. And I think I've said that how many times now in this reading? Really like coming into your own and really rooting this down into who you are. Letting it become an action that is heart-centered and not just performative, okay? Really getting stable in this aspect of who you are, because there's so much shame, like I already channeled, for your true feelings, for your true desires, for who you really are. You don't need to perform, okay? This is a big deal for all of us right now. No more performing. We're going to embody, we're going to embrace, but we are not going to perform. We are going to be true to who we are, okay? And become stable in who we are, even with our shadow, even with our mistakes, okay? And that in itself is magnetic. That embracing the mystery is magnetic, okay? 10-10 for you, babe. I just saw 10-10. So this is going to be the completion of a cycle for you as you move into a new phase. So these are our last couple cards. We got some tarot cards here and we have some oracle cards. So let's get into the oracle of the mermaids first. We have homeland, arrival, a journey ends. What did I just say? Like I was like, this is a completion of a cycle. I just saw 10-10. You guys have magic around you, okay? Real magic. This says establishment, building, and settled. Okay, this to me is so connected to that root chakra energy, to stability, getting stable and settled in who you are, coming home to self, okay? Come on home. Like it's like your inner self is saying, babe, come home. I love you. I support you. Your inner self, your inner mystery, your dark feminine is like, I love you for who you are. If nobody else accepts your shadow, I do, okay? And I just saw 1111. Come on, pile number 2. You guys are mad powerful. So now we have card 40 with mourning. The world awaits you. Okay, so the world is waiting for you. We have more water here, so really connect to that sacral chakra. But yes, pile number 2, the world is waiting for you. They need you. People want to see your authentic self. People actually do. I know you're afraid, but your real tribe is waiting for you. They want to see who you are. Okay, they really do. So lastly, we have the star card, which means spiritual rebirth, spiritual change, okay, transformation, connecting to your galactic body, integration. Okay, this is going to help you be more magnetic, because that's like your star power is coming into play once you really embrace that shadow. Then we have the Empress here. Okay, so connection to all 4 elements. You are being connected to your whole self. That is what I feel. Being holistic, being happy, being fruitful, being phenomenally and beautifully and abundantly you. And then last but not least, we have the 4 of Pentacles. So remember, my dear, another way for you to really cultivate and honor your own inner mystery is to be stingy. Stingy as hell with your energy, okay? Only give it to people who are truly deserving, just like Lilith. That's big purr. All right, so I really hope that this reading resonated with you. Please, please, please leave me a comment. I love seeing them, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up, okay? Ancestors, spirits, and spirit guides of those connected to pile number 2, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy with me. I really love and appreciate and enjoy all of you so much. Namaste. And until we meet again, beloveds, bye-bye.